What are you talking to?
I'm looking at
You looking at your ops?
Yo, listen, like, bro, honest, bro. I'm telling you, listen. If somebody were to fight me, bro. If someone, if someone were to fight me, and let's say they won somehow,
You gotta hook your L.
Right? Listen, no, what are you talking about, bro? It's war for life, bro.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Brothers 4L podcast. Today you got Odion,
Javon,
Shamaya.
Oh,
Let's go in a circle, bro.
imagine trying to beat it to it. Trying to
I'll
beat
allow
it
you
to
to
it,
born on
bro.
the same day. I'll allow you. Yeah, Micaiah.
Hands.
Hands. And today we're actually continuing our last topic. You know, what men face in society. Last time we got a little bit heated. Had some people bring up some interesting topics. But what do you guys think about men in society? What are things that men can improve on? What are things that society kind of throws at men that make them slack?
So first thing I heard was improve on. And I hear a lot that men can't communicate or they have communication problems. But like, you guys are my friends, so like, honestly, between all of us, I don't feel like that we have that. But like, it's kind of tough for me to hear that and like actually understand it when I hear it. Like what is communicate? All you gotta do is talk, right? It's just like I don't understand how people have a problem like communicating. I don't get that in particular. So, I understand the fact like not wanting like if you need to cry or something like that, yeah, sure, that's one thing. But like if you have a problem, just vocalize it.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have like the confidence to do that. You know what I mean? For example, if you have a problem with me, like we play basketball, you have a problem with me, I didn't give you the ball. You're not gonna come say that because then you're like, then he's gonna laugh at me. He's not gonna take me serious. You know what I mean? It's just like, of course, that's like a small example, but you know what I mean? Like some people like think those things. Like they just think that they shouldn't vocalize things they have problems with because they don't feel like their opinions are worth vocalizing.
I feel what you mean by that, definitely. Like there's some things I feel like I shouldn't vocalize, but like in my mind, they're big things, or it's like if I vocalize it, it's something that I'll get an answer that I already knew myself, something that I would know, but I just don't want to hear from someone else. Mm. So that could be a situation, but like I don't know. I just think it's really strange. I think it's really strange to hear that. It's like, man, I have a problem communicating. It's just like, yo, if a problem, just say it. And unless you don't want to solve the problem.
Now, at the same time, too, it's like some men, like when they try to communicate problems, some people are like very reactive. And like some people know the person that they're trying to communicate with. And they know if they say something a certain way, they have to step on. And something, like me personally, I don't like stepping on eggshells. I just want to get straight to the point. But some people, you get to do that with them. And most times, if I have to do that with someone, I'd rather not say anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've ever dealt with anyone that I feel like I have to walk around eggshells with. That's like, I guess that's good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, definitely. Wait, do you have someone in mind?
Yeah, most definitely.
Wait, why
am I gonna call
it?
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like I don't have anyone I have to walk around eggshells with. Like, to be honest, but like, what?
I feel like another thing too, like, yo, before you say someone has bad communication or poor communication skills, first I feel like you gotta look at yourself. Like, are you the type of person like that like when the last time the person tried to communicate to you, did you give that person the right advice? You know what I mean? Have you said things in the past that could make this person think, that you're not gonna give the right, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta think about that. There's a lot of things that come into it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if someone really has something to say, or is going through anything, right? They're gonna communicate it. Like it's gonna be that one person. You know what I'm saying? And and if it's not you should accept that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all said some shit. You know what I'm saying? And,
that's for sure.
Take this in. You could communicate with somebody, right? But it could have been something that you didn't want other people to know, and that person, you know what I'm saying, fucking ends up telling everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially with some personal stuff. You don't want that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it all depends,
Facts.
bro. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should look at yourself first before you say, this person is a bad communicator that has bad communication. Like, are you the type of person that people can communicate to, or do people regularly, multiple people, not just this one specific person? Everybody comes to you, you know what I'm saying, to talk to about shit. If that's not the case, it's like, maybe I'm the problem.
But that's like a thing with like people in general though. A lot of people are like, they don't look at themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people are opinionated, broski.
Yes.
It's like reflection is hard.
For sure. And it's cool to have opinions, but like me, I have like crazy opinions. Like we were just talking about this last night. Like I have crazy opinions, views on a lot of things, right? But I ain't forcing them on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you can say whatever you know what I mean, about whatever I have said, right? But I'm not telling you go do this shit. I'm not telling you how to live your life, whatever. I'm not going to say, hey, whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta do it this way. Nah, it's multiple ways to have the shit done, bro.
And if I say something, right, if it's right, then it's right. You know what I'm saying? You will agree. You know what I mean? If it's wrong, you obviously won't. And if it's really wrong, you will not do it. Mm-hmm. But if I think it's right, that's stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? Let me go deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Let me go find out it's wrong on my own. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the best way to fucking learn. You know what I'm saying? From your mistakes.
Yeah.
You had your sentence in there. You made me think you finished your sentence, and then you just say something else, fam.
From your mistakes.
So, when you're done, man, you know, like, you got that one word, and you just didn't say it.
Finisher.
Yeah, it's the finisher. You gotta have a conclusion.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys, alright? What is a skill or something you think every man should have?
Basketball skills.
Listen, bro. Listen, man. Yo, not everybody is athletic, all right?
Some people hurt their ankles whenever they play ball.
I wonder who that is.
Yo, a little story if you guys don't know.
Uh-oh.
This guy, Micaiah, we will never see him on the court again.
Never catch guys' ankles ball.
Toothpicks,
You
man.
never catch you playing ball, bro.
Every time we play ball or we take a break and come back to playing ball, he sprains his ankle every single time.
And
I still have that air cast, eh?
He still
I still
have
remember last
it.
time we played the cage meet and I rolled my ankle. I needed the air cast.
Yeah?
I still have that to this day.
Oh,
I still have it.
Yo,
Cost me $60, bro.
It
was expensive, but yo, it's mental.
I can't really say, I don't think, like, you can't really say, like, not everyone's athletic. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I just feel like there's just different levels of athleticism.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But obviously, if you're a fat fuck, you're a fat fuck. You know what I'm saying? But there's just so many levels and just yo, there's actually so many fat people there, or like that are good at basketball. There's some
those big guys that are good at basketball, when they set screens, you're running into a wall.
Big wall.
Yo,
Yeah.
makes you don't want to play. Yo, makes you don't want to play anymore, bro. Makes you don't want to play anymore, bro.
But yeah, they have dimes though. They throw sick passes.
But for real though, like seriously, what is like some skills you think every guy should have? Like,
this is like,
or like it could even be like, it could be anything. We're not even like outside of like physical skills. You know what I'm saying? Like,
discipline.
bro,
Easily discipline. 1000% discipline.
Man, everybody
you need
is
discipline
disciplined,
in
bro.
everything.
Nah, man.
Everyone needs to
Listen,
be disciplined in
every
a certain way.
a skill that every guy needs to have is haggling skills.
Is what?
It's haggling.
Haggling.
You know what? You're
What is
not
haggling? What is haggling?
It's like, yo, it's when you're
bargaining.
negotiating.
Oh,
bargaining.
yeah.
Because, bro,
yeah.
literally, 95% of the shit out there is, what's it called? It's not worth its price, fam.
Yeah, it's facts. Yeah.
Bro, man's are robbing mans every day.
Yeah, every day,
Every day.
Yo, I usually don't do that. I forgot what I was buying, but I was at the gas station. I was $1 short. And like in my mind, like I always pay, not exact change, but I always pay the full price, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. But one day I was $1 short. And I was like, yo, like I don't have $1. Is it cool if I just pay the whatever it was, how much amount it was? And they were cool with it. They're like, yeah, sure, I don't care, it's fine. And then I was like, oh, what a surprise, okay, fine, whatever. And then like a week later, I thought about it. Like, let me try this again. I always had enough money to buy what I was trying to buy.
Your teeth, bro. Your teeth. Man.
That's what I'm to see.
Man's like, let me get away with this again.
I'm like, let me see if I can do this again. And I talked on the price, like in the store. I'm like, yo, like I don't have enough for this. Like, is it cool if I just pay you this much? And they're like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, okay, but like you should have the courage to ask that or say, yo, should I be paying this full price? Like, do I have to pay this full price? Like, there's nothing wrong questioning it. Like, obviously, it comes into question like mom and pop shops, corporations, whatever. You can do what you want with it, do as you will. But like, at least have the courage to talk down the price and not get screwed over. Right. Especially when it comes to buying cars, buying important shit, buying houses, like all that shit. Like, you need to have haggling skills.
Yeah,
100%.
but it's stuff with like that too. Like me, I don't know how to talk about cars or houses because I don't know like my information, like what should be like knocked off a certain house, a certain price. So I guess like me personally have to do my research before I go like try to negotiate a price because the person I'm negotiating with knows the ins and outs of it. So I have to do at least my ones and twos or whatever.
I'll tell you right now. This is how you know you can negotiate for like a house or like a car. It's how long it's been listed for. You know what I'm saying? Like in this market, especially in Toronto, nobody's knocking our shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that shit. But if you see but if it's really expensive and it's been like listed for like a month or even months, bro, like that person's probably willing to.
They're probably yeah.
But if a nigga's getting like offers every day, he's gonna say fuck you.
Yeah, that's facts.
He's gonna actually wait until that one person that's actually gonna offer an extra couple hundred or maybe just a 100 just to
so you can get the one up on person trying to buy it at the regular price.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how long it's been listed for. You know what I mean? Nothing puts a bigger smile on my face than finding out a store is cash because they not getting what they want for whatever the item is, bro.
But yeah, sorry, hold up. You guys said that was teeth. But taking how much you're making these items for and how much you're selling it for, fam. And my teeth for wanting to pay $1 or less. I mean, it makes sense. You're trying to teeth from a teeth. You're still a teeth.
Nah, fam. Once you find out it's from China, bro, it's game on.
It is.
Once you find the main suppliers,
it
bro,
is.
it's game on.
Rap.
Bro,
Yeah.
don't try to Alibaba me, bro.
Alibaba me?
Yeah, don't try to Alibaba me, AliExpress. Nah,
Bro, it's actually
fam.
crazy. I was
Take
looking
that
into
in
like e-commerce and like starting like clothing brands and all that stuff, right? And I was watching a man like he was breaking down Fashion Nova, right? Bro, it's crazy, bro. That it's just a brand, fam.
It's just
literally
brand,
just
right?
the name.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing where Fashion Nova like became super popular, super finessed. Like when they first started, they immediately took in influencers.
Yeah, influencers.
Marketing.
They went hard with it.
You know what I mean? And that's what they did. And they got rappers to actors, just anybody that's a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? Bro, they got small deals, they got major deals, 100K, 5, they got deals for all, as long as you have a
following.
You know what I mean? A following.
Somewhat of a big following.
Yes, yeah, exactly, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's what they did, and that's really why they took off, and but if you really were like into fashion, you went through Fashion Nova, then you probably went to Google, you went to that like, maybe 10th, 15th page, you'll probably find another website with the same clothes.
Same clothes,
yeah. I think on I seen a video about it. I'm not sure if it's like by law they have to do it, but on one of the like Walmart's pages, like I'm just saying Walmart, like on one of the Facebook pages, a person like went on it and they seen like something that said second hand or third brand carriers, whatever like that, and that's where they get their main products. But though people don't do like they don't search that deep.
Yeah,
just go for face value and that's it.
Yeah,
but if you look deep into it, you can find the cheapest things that pay Walmart price that they pay for you.
Even on Amazon and stuff, like if you actually look up the company name on like Google, you'll find it cheaper every time, bro. On the actual company website, than well on Amazon and stuff like that. But okay, so haggling, negotiating, that's one. Anything else?
Don't forget emotional maturity, fam.
Okay, so explain emotional maturity.
You just gotta learn how to control your tongue in certain situations. If you're in a moment where you like feel heated, and you're gonna say something you're gonna say something that you're not gonna mean later on, it's better just to like take a 2 second
and just chill out.
Either that, take a 2-minute, walk away, come back, or just hug your L, hold your tongue, and then leave it at that. Because you can say something that can hurt someone's feelings, but you don't want to, because just in the heat of the moment.
Yeah. I'm a bit different. I feel like
I'll say something. I'll say something to that. But if you don't see this motherfucker on, they're free game. Anybody you don't see at least once a week, free game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people out there, they just need to know what's up. You know what I mean? Like,
here's the thing. So, here's how I feel about it. When you say that, like when you say shit you don't mean, 100%. When you're angry, I don't understand why people say shit they don't mean, because it's empty, you know, and you're saying it in the moment. But I would understand if you're holding your tongue about something and it's truthful, and it hurts someone, but it's as long as it's truthful. Like I don't rate the empty disses, the empty when you hurt someone with empty threats and it has no value to it. That's a shit.
It's because that's what they want to feel better about themselves that they know they got a one up on you.
100%. But like that just shows like how they see themselves, right, and how they are. Like they know that they have to put you down for them to feel better about themselves. But as long as it has value, that's the only thing I like. Like if I felt way about you and you got me upset one day and I spurted whatever, I don't obviously. But if I did that, then that's one thing, right? Like that makes sense. But if it's just empty, it's empty words just hurt someone's feelings. Like that's just bullcrap. It's just like you gotta look in the mirror at that point.
And at the same time, on the other hand too, if someone does say like that's one thing the man has to have too, and then on the other hand, if someone says like something empty or rude or whatever to you, you have to control the way you react too.
Yeah, 100%, 1000%. Usually for me, if someone just hurt my feelings or get a rise out of me, I always think, why are they saying this?
Yeah,
and that's the first that comes to mind. Is why are they saying this? And then I just go from there. But I used to have anger management problems. I say used to because like I feel like I'm fine now. Shut up. So why are you looking like that?
Because we know, bro. Because we know.
Yeah, but like, honestly, one thing that's worked, and like I thought it was dumb at first, but it's the count to 10 thing. Just take it, breathe in, breathe out, count to 10, and it seems so dumb, like it wouldn't work. It may not work for you guys, I don't know, but it works for me. Just those 10 seconds, you're just focusing on something else, counting to 10, or counting down from 10, and then getting back to the situation. That's all you gotta do, really.
Facts.
Like you'll just in the heat moment, just take a deep breath, count for a couple seconds, and that's it.
Fam, one thing I'll say to you too, fam, just master the art of not caring.
Yeah, that is very true.
I'm telling you from personal experience, bro. It's so blissful, bro. People just say something on the road. Some people say something on the game, you're like, alright, cool.
Yeah, right.
And they get more mad at you that you don't react.
Actually, it's just like, yo, who is this person? Like, do I see you on the daily? Like, does your opinion really matter to me? Like,
that's the thing, fam.
I'm gonna just keep it moving, bro.
That's real shit. Like,
just master the art, bro.
If the person don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Never. Yo, if it's someone you do not see regularly, no connections with, don't work with, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
You shouldn't let them have that tie to your emotions.
Yeah,
but like with someone you know, it's kind of harder, especially me too, like not caring, but still, you have to.
If it's someone that you have respect for, you look up to, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's when you probably like where you can reason with them, and then if they give you a foolish reason, you're like, alright, cool, whatever.
Yeah, that's actually one of the problems I faced recently this past year. I've been trying to solve, and like I feel like I'm definitely getting better at it. And it's not necessarily having their opinions affect me. It's kind of that, but it's just what I say, how it affects how they see me is what I feel like, what I had a problem with. But this year, I feel like I'm getting over that. I feel like I've gotten over that at this point. But it's just like, because like when it comes to people you work with, people you see on the street, people you just talk to casually, whatever, when you exchange 1-2 words, like I used to, like, what I say, I felt like it had so much weight to it. Like they look at me this kind of way, but it's just like at the end of the day, like they're not like who am I for them? Who am I to think that they're thinking about me all day, every day like that? You know, this is like the problem. I'll say my 1-2 thing, whether they find it dumb or stupid, they still have a whole day ahead of them or whole night ahead of them. It's like they're not gonna be focusing on me, you know. So just get over that hurdle, and that's it. Like what people think of you isn't that important all the time.
Yeah.
Let Javon go.
I feel like men should also learn to throw away the stereotypes, like a lot, because they should just learn that, no matter how they are. I mean, not saying like aggressive and stuff like that, but like no matter how they are, if they're more in touch, let's say, if they're more in touch with their emotions, people say that's more of a feminine way, and let them know like just because you're more in touch like that, you're still a man. Like let them know like that's not it doesn't put you in a different category like that. You know, like let's say for instance, you personally like doing doing fashion stuff like that. Things that people not anymore, but things that people used to consider back then that was more for women. That you're still a man for doing those things. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't change what you are. If you know for sure you're a man, but you like doing certain things that normally a man wouldn't do, that doesn't change the fact that if you know yourself that you are a man like that, like this, but this is what you do, that you're a man. Throw away those stereotypes of what a man should be. I also think that like another thing that men should learn is definitely just to not just to be kind of careful as well as saying like
careful.
Yeah, let me say one thing, Brusky. Yo, when it comes to that fashion thing, that's kind of like debatable because, like, yo,
some men be wearing skirts out here, man.
Nah, cause yo, like, if you wear a skirt, go wear a skirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to get into fashion, do it, because realistically, when you look at it, top designers, fashion designers in the world, or most known in the world, are probably men, bro.
Virgil Abloh.
Like, Michael Kors, like all these new Louis Vuitton, you know what I
Calvin
mean?
Klein, yeah.
Yeah, it's just men, bro. Get into whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but I think like more of what Javon is saying is just like, live by your own truths, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, nobody can tell you anything, bro. Like you have to be solid in yourself. You know what I mean? And I think like that all like emotional maturity, everything Javon just said, like I think coming back to it, all of that comes back to like every guy for sure needs to be self-aware. Because if you're not, you won't be able to master any of these things. Like if Makai is saying something, I'm getting upset, and I never take the time to ask myself, why am I getting upset at this? You know what I mean? I'll never be able to mature emotionally. I'll never be able to not care about what other people say. You know what I mean?
It seems stupid, but you need to do that. Like you need to question everything. You need to question everything.
I feel like you need to question it because if you don't question those things, you're gonna start to go to a place of anger and a lot of other places. I know why I was saying like why I feel like men should be like gotta be careful and definitely take in what everybody else is saying is because the way that sometimes, not all the time, men are portrayed in certain shows are very vulgar, aggressive. Just like some of them act very disgustingly.
Oh yeah,
100%, and you got to be very careful about that because even like let's say again like there are certain situations where it can be put into like a he said she said kind of situation. Mm-hmm. So like if that's what I mean, you gotta be very very careful how you act, how you are. That's why again I feel like you have to be more of a calm mind. Like definitely learn how to calm your mind because there's certain situations where a person can definitely try to push you to the brink.
100%. Wait, I got a small example for that. I was at work, right? And I work around women all the time. And so I do dishwashing, I do prep work, food prep work. And one day when I was washing dishes, so I didn't know this. So it's my job to put the plates in the rack, right? I was told by the other person when I was being showed the ropes, they put the plates in the rack, small thing, whatever, right? So one day I'm like, this person wasn't putting plates in racks. I'm like, hey, can you put the plate on the rack? And then I don't know what happened, but she turned around because I was definitely annoyed about it, right? But I did not yell or raise my voice. It wasn't condescending. I literally just said it because like I was just like getting annoyed about it. Like, yo, I have to say something eventually. So I said it, right? Hey, can you put the plates on the rack? And then she turned around like, don't yell at me, blah 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 blah, whatever. Luckily, my boss was listening. He's like, yo, he didn't yell it. He said it very politely, actually. And then he started yelling at her, for yelling at me, saying that I was yelling at her. And I'm like, yeah, so you're 100% right. You gotta be careful 100%. Because then I thought, like, wait a second, what would happen if I was yelling at her?
Yeah, if you actually did yell.
What would have happened then? Like, yo, but like, yeah, continue. Because like, as a small example, you definitely gotta be careful.
No, yeah, because that can be shown for anything, buddy. Like, you could any scenario where like it can just be placed so differently if it's not done properly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For instance, like there's certain situations that could happen where like, even in a situation where let's say you're trying to defend yourself, you just gotta be careful what you say and do because a person could be hitting you with all these things, saying all these things, saying things out of anger, and you just say that one thing. It doesn't even have to be. You could be saying it calmly too, but you can say one thing, and the way that thing can be twisted, and just because of the way men are perceived already.
Mm.
At least some men are. Some people perceive men. It just can go in a very bad situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like
100%. Because you know what? Because there's people like me out there.
What do you mean by that?
Give us your
I'm,
number,
listen,
James.
I'm a very vengeful person. Like, I will get my comeuppance, bro. You know what I'm saying? It will happen, bro.
Why you looking at the camera? What are you talking to?
I'm looking
You
at
looking at your ops?
Yo, listen, like, bro, honest, bro. I'm telling you, listen, if somebody were to fight me, bro, if someone if someone were to fight me, and let's say they won somehow.
You gotta hug your L.
Right? Listen, no, what are you talking about? Bro, it's war for life, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna stop me from picking some crackheads to beat up your mom or something, bro? Like, bro, it will, bro, I'm telling you, I will take things to a whole another level, bro. Like,
Like, lots of opposition now, eh?
bro, like, yeah, like 100%. You gotta just watch who you're saying shit about too, cause like some people don't take shit lightly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like I could show I don't care in the moment. Or broski, if I'm taking a shower 10 days later and I remember it, it's bro.
It's in the archives.
Bro, it's in the archives. Exactly, fam. Then it's on, fam. It's on,
That's
bro.
not gonna happen, bro. Yeah, continue.
So, I was gonna say another thing I think men should learn is just because you have the status of a man and there are some certain advantages you get from that. I think men shouldn't mistake the title of being a man.
Privilege.
Of being privileged or having a sense of power like that. You know, I mean, there are certain ways where you can say, okay, you know, like it's weird to say there are positive ways where you can say like men and power, and then there's negative ways. I don't think they should be going like, oh, since I'm a man, I have power over this. You know, like, or like, it's, you know, some people say like, you know, the breadwinner or something like that. Like how some men have like, oh, since I'm the man of the house, I have power over what goes on here or over this person in the house or something like that. I think they should learn also like that not in every sense that's not true. I mean, if that's how you and the person you're with like to keep the household or keep whatever relationship you're trying to do or whoever it is, if that's how you guys like to do it, then by all means, but not think like, oh, you can't do this because I said so. As a man, you know, it's just a strange way of going about it, in my opinion. Like, I just don't like hearing it. I don't like seeing that happen unless I know for sure that's how you guys want to do it. Because I know some people like to do it that way. It's just strange. Like, you know, it's like having like, let's say you want to say something? You good?
No,
It's just like saying like, you know, like there's some fathers that come home and go like, oh, you can't, you know, like, or going to like the mother or the wife or whatever and going like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going out. No, you're not. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. That just bothers me.
Well,
like,
I think I agree with 100% what you're saying. I think also guys need to realize that just because you're a man doesn't mean you automatically gain respect.
Yeah, 100%. You have to earn that. And
yeah.
Once you earn that, people obviously abuse and whatnot. But like, I had an uncle, and he told me one time, you know, with great power.
Uncle Ben?
Yo, 100%. But you know what? How I look at it, the reason why a lot of men like do that is because like in like most situation, like the man is the person that is the breadwinner. You know, he probably brings in the most money. But that's really the case, bro. Like when you have the most money out of like a group of people, you know, which is your family, you will think that you have power.
But I think as well, like as much as you think that too as well, some people can also manipulate you into thinking that way too as well. So that phrase, the breadwinner, everything like that puts a lot of pressure and like it can just mentally fuck up a person.
No, 100%.
Because because like in some certain senses, like even if that is how they are, and they still see themselves, maybe so they see themselves as a calm way or whatever, that phrase and the fact that people depend on them that much for that specific reason can mess up. Because at some point they can be going straight, and then all of a sudden somebody hits them with like, oh, you're the breadwinner, you're the man, which is like that stereotype, and then just completely curve left, and then they take it to a whole different level. So yeah, it's just. I feel
when you say that, you mean like they feel a certain way because they aren't portraying that they're the breadwinner or they're the man, or like what do you mean by that exactly? Like,
So like for instance, okay, like I had a conversation with some of my coworkers, and they would be like, what did I say to them? So we had a conversation. They said that they didn't need no man, right? That was the conversation that we had. I said, okay. I said, so what would happen if you got a husband? And I'm like, how would you go about it? She's like, well, if I had a husband, then I would be at home. I immediately said, like, what? I said, that makes no sense.
Yeah. She's a troll,
so they're like, and it was a lot of them, you know? They're like, well, he's the breadwinner, so, you know, like, if he's making most of the money, then I can be home. I said, but let's put it like this: a divorce happens. What's gonna happen now?
You don't have nothing.
You're gonna, you know, like you stop working, you stop doing that. I'm like, at this point where you stay at home, you need a man. Yeah. And they're like, they were just trying to contradict themselves. Like they got cheese because I was saying like, yo, listen, I told them, I'm like, if I have a wife, I said I don't want to be told at any time in my head like, oh, you do it because you're the man or you're the breadwinner. I'm like, okay, immediately right there, my brains kind of get turned off. I'm gonna get switched off. Because if I don't have somebody that can at least, and I'm not saying that I want them not to depend on me, but if I can't see that you're going to at least not be self-sufficient at some point, because if a situation like that happens where we are divorced, there's no way.
Well,
like,
I think that also goes in hand with like picking the type of girl that you're going to put in that position. You know what I mean?
Yo, people change, fam.
People do change, but it's also like me personally, I'm the type of person like I take a lot of pride in providing for my family and caring for them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, like eventually when I do get a wife, like I want to be able to provide a lifestyle for her where she's good. You know what I mean? But it's like, things are not always going to be good, and I have to pick somebody who's gonna be able to hold me down when things aren't that great. Who's gonna be willing to help me out? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And yeah, you're absolutely right. People do change because people do get comfortable. People do get lazy. People don't want to do things. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't think personally for me, I hope I'm never in that position, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody ever hopes. Go ahead.
When I hear that, when people say that, like, I don't need a man, like, I definitely get it. Like, in a lot of situations, they will be in a situation where, like, they're dating someone or married to someone, and they're technically dependent on that man, right? And I feel like there's two things. I feel like when they say that, it's on a point of survival. Like, to survive, I don't need a man. Like, I can get a job for myself, whatever. Yeah, you can, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. And also, I feel like it's also, like, it's definitely a big thing people say just nowadays. It's like it's not a, it's like, I think it's just a spice phrase.
I think it's out of spite too for some of them.
Yeah, definitely out of spite. But it's also like a phrase that people say. It's like a catchphrase now. To like, kind of to let themselves know and like to just put it out there, knowing that like, you're not what I need to thrive as a person. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. Yeah. And it's not like really thought of like just literally. It's just like, do you need a man to survive? And that's it. That's how I feel with the situation, to be honest.
Two things. When you said, people can also be coerced into like thinking someone has power, right? Like, I truly feel like that is only for like young teens and little kids. Like, I truly feel that. Like, I feel like if you are an adult and you feel like someone has power over you, it's because you have absolutely no money.
Yeah, power holds. I mean, sorry, money holds so much power.
Realistically, if you're a father and you have a 16-year-old son that's like a millionaire somehow, some way, whatever you want to think, you have no power over this kid, because this kid could get up and leave and disappear and vanish like that. He has $1 million.
Okay.
How you gonna stop him? How you gonna stop him from buying a $500 plane ticket? He has $1 million. That's less than. That's 0.01% of his money, fam. What power do you have over this man, bro? What are you gonna fucking stop him from getting a passport?
As much as you say that, money does talk big, but bro, it can be money, it can be mental, it can be physical. It doesn't. Power comes in many. Bro. Power comes in many.
It's a combination of all that. I think all these situations.
So go ahead, bro.
It's a combination of all of them. Like, obviously in every situation, one of those three outweigh the other. Because think about all these situations where people are in an abusive relationship and they won't leave, or they feel like they can't leave a situation because they can't support themselves, or
because there can be people who have the money, but just because they feel like somebody has power over them, they give that money to that person. It's power. Like that word power, especially in a sense where again, like I said, like there are some men out there who think, that men means power. It can go hand in hand in, again, like positive and negative ways. Or the people who take it in those negative terms and think, that's why men, again, you can have a son that's a millionaire, billion, whatever. But if they already, and I agree with that whole teenager thing, because as soon as you get fucked up from that age, you're done. I mean, at some point you can possibly get out of it. There's always a chance you can possibly get out of it. But if the man, your dad or whatever, or even your mother can hit you with that too. Anybody can hit you with the fact that they can tell you, oh, you're a man, you're not supposed to be doing this, or you're a man, you make sure you got to be a man, do this, you got to be a man, do that. At that point, as much as they could be saying it to encourage you, at some point you don't know how that child is going to be taking it. You could be saying, be a man, step up. And then at that point, every situation they're going to think they need to step up. Even when the situation calls for them to leave. They could be like, oh, you know what? This is my girl. I got to step up for her. But she could be treating you like garbage.
Will Smith and Jada.
She could be treating you like garbage.
Say Will and Jada?
Yeah. Yo, you know how many articles are coming out about them, bro?
Oh man, Jada didn't want to marry.
But
But that's for another day. That's for another day.
Yo, we can talk about that, but.
We can put that in there too, because
it's part of it. It's part of it.
If you guys read what Will said, he said his actual reason for doing what he did because he always felt weak and not protecting not being able to protect his wife like a man should, or like his dad would tell him like a man should be or a man should do. Like it's so strange to think like that. Like the fact that he was laughing along too, because as a comedian, bro, I don't know if you guys saw this man also made a joke about a bald person, bro. Somebody played the clip. Fam, it's just how it is. Like, and then he looked at his wife's face, and that probably brought it back.
He did something, yeah.
He probably brought it back. Probably thought, damn, I could be doing something. As a man, I'm being looked on. And I'm pretty sure no one saw it any type of way. They probably saw her frown, and then obviously, I'm telling you, even if he didn't slap him, Twitter would have went off and said, oh, you're not a man, you didn't protect your woman. It's just a strange thing. Like, yo, bro. It could have went either way.
It definitely could have went either way, but I feel like if here's how I feel about the situation. If he didn't do that, it would have been in the dust. No one would remember it.
No one would remember it.
Because if you even see it now, Chris Rock, right?
Yeah.
Chris Rock's brother went on like stage because he's a comedian as well. Bashed him, bro. Any shows that he's working on now, done, gone. His new book. Autobiography, done, gone. No one's reading that no more. Twitter popping with him on it, bro. There's people it doesn't, and it's all screwed up because just the way he was messed up as a kid, bro. The way people taught him how to be as a man as a kid, and sure, not all situations were bad, but it's just whatever happened back then. He just took it wrong in that one situation.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
He's back from the hospital for 10 years, bro.
Yeah, I'll say another thing.
Oh, and he won an Oscar the same night.
I'll say this too. You're right, 100% right. If he didn't do that, everybody would have forgot it. The main reason is because I had to explain this joke to a lot of people, right? Because a lot of people didn't even get the joke.
Because nobody.
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane was.
Bro, G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
G.I. Jane is literally a movie from the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
I had to explain, bro.
All I had to do was Google it, see the ball check, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
And then I'm just like, you literally just had to know the movie or the character to get the joke. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like a lot of people did it. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't either. I had to look it up too.
Yeah,
fucking
100%.
This guy, and another thing too is like, bro, it's like, you laughed. You originally laughed. If your original emotional reaction was, what did you just say about my wife? If your original reaction was, you went straight up there and slapped her, oh, that would have been different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you laughed and you
And-
waited to get your award to do the ting, fam.
And
You're
you
a
know-
bastard.
and you know what?
Because you know what? Because if you did it before, you would not have gotten
And you know what I can say, what I can say as well, bro. It's just the fact that like with Will Smith and how much his family has been watched, fam, that was a fucked up movie. You shouldn't have. Because
it's live TV, fam.
let's put even the moment when Kanye went on stage while Taylor Swift got her award,
And he
bro.
started talking.
And he started
Yeah.
talking. He didn't do nothing. He didn't physically do nothing. Yo, even the fact that Jim Carrey had the audacity to say his 1-2 and somebody pull out a picture of it. You see what he did on stage when he won an Oscar back in the day, bro?
No.
And I came on stage, saw the lady, grabbed her, made out with her face. And just let go and just took the award and smiled. Immediately when he posted when he said his thing, he's like a man should never even like that. As a man, I'm disgusted that somebody posted something. He's like, yo, wait, did you not remember what you did? And posted, tagged him in it. Took down what he said because it's like, bro, what are you gonna do, dog? Like, it's just. And that's another thing I want to talk about, bro. Just because, like, yo, man, I gotta be careful because you're always being watched.
Especially as a man in the media, too.
Especially man in cinematography, anything like
this,
stars, celebrity status. That's a whole different level of manhood, bro.
And Will Smith is like super goated too.
Yo, but like, remember, you saw he said like he didn't feel like a man. I definitely get it. Like, it's hard growing up in like being on television, being a childhood star or teenage star or whatever. But like, Jada's his wife. He's Jada's husband, right?
Stop in.
Yeah, my bad. It's her job. It's part of her job to make him feel like a man, and it's part of his job to make him feel like to make her feel like a woman, right? And I feel this is how I obviously don't know small nuances in a relationship, but with him being cheated on, the whole Tupac thing, I feel like possibly like she might not be making him feel like as such a man.
But at any time he could have left.
No, 1,000%. Like, yeah, it's all his choice. It's all their choice.
So
as well.
The thing is, okay, they have an open relationship. He wasn't cheated on.
They were taking a break at the time.
Yeah, that.
Sorry, yeah,
that
that is very
but
true. That is very
the
true.
problem was that she didn't tell him, and this guy was essentially there because
someone who they were taking care of.
Yeah, they were taking care of this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His like he took in all of his nieces, right? I think his sister, I don't know, died or something, right? Took in all his nieces, and he has his own kid, whatever. And he's just going through all this stuff. His career's going to shit. You know what I'm saying? And like he's just going through a whole bunch of stuff. It's just like yo. It's a crazy situation. It's like you took in this guy to help him out, but your wife was fucking him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's bro. It's insanity, bro. Like open relationship or not, like you didn't know when you have to find out with the internet a couple years later, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So like that's the person you chose to marry, and like I mean that's what happens. To be honest, like you gotta be careful who you marry. Like you gotta be careful who you're with all the time. Like,
brother,
exactly.
I would have
happens.
divorced her the moment I read the letter that Willow wrote to Tupac.
Oh my god.
Willow Smith, I think, as a 5-year-old, wrote like as a little kid. I want to say like it would maybe between 5 and 10. Like you could like it's little kid handwriting, right? Literally wrote a letter to Tupac about how Jada misses him.
Dang.
And yo, take this in. This is way after Tupac done died. How
does she know?
How the hell does she know about?
Unless
she's talking about him all the time.
Yeah.
And you know it's understandable. Like if I grew up with somebody, I might talk. Yeah, and I really think they're a great person. Just for Tupac. Yeah, I'm
talking about talking about something you miss them.
I'm gonna talk
like to the
about
point where your child writes a letter to the dead person about how much your mother misses.
That
you.
means you're talking to her about
It's
it.
like,
Talking
yo,
about it in
that
a
is
certain way.
wild.
Yeah,
that is wild,
bro.
I think it takes a lot to be, especially in being in a relationship like that, bro. And if you're not, again, that goes back to like just being able to communicate well, bro. It's like fuck, that's just it's a lot.
I mean, like you know, it's debatable because they're celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So in this open relationship, bro, it's not open to like regular people. You know what I'm saying? They fucking other celebrities. So it's like, like, is she really in the wrong? Because, like, bro, it's Will Smith. Imagine who he could have possibly fucked. You know what I'm saying? So it's
But-
very.
Did it only become open because of what he found out? But I'm pretty sure he did some stuff too. I'm
No,
pretty sure.
it was
already
open
open
from time,
before,
bro.
yeah.
They have like interviews where they talk about their sex life, their relate. Bro, it's been open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the specific, like, this is like he literally found out with the internet. He's literally finding out with us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
Yeah, literally on her talk show, bro.
Yeah.
crazy.
Like, nah, there's just I feel like there's just some things that you talk about behind closed doors, bro. And that was definitely one of them, to be honest.
1,000%.
And like, yo, the
That
whole
red table
like
shit
going
used to chill.
going back to the whole like Chris Rock thing, bro, because it was just like, yo, like you're a comedian, actor, rapper, you know what I mean? Yo, Chris Rock is a comedian, actor, like, so it's just like, bro, y'all could have definitely talked about this off camera, you know what I mean?
And you gotta know, once a comedian's on stage, everybody that's in the audience is free game, bro.
Yeah.
And it's been for
1,000%.
Bro,
And
everybody, bro.
Especially in the 85
Just
culture.
even like if I was, I don't even think even getting an apology afterwards.
free
Yeah,
game.
bro.
Like I see him apologizing
not
is just
care.
to keep his
DC
social
doesn't
media presence alive like that. You know what I mean? Him going like, oh, I'm so
Nah, bro, it's just trying to save face, bro.
Or yeah, or like stay. It
Facts.
was like
Just
yeah,
trying to save face, man.
1,000%.
bro. I personally didn't believe it was any of it was Jack.
Because like in the moment when he was on stage, he didn't apologize to Chris Rock. He
No.
did it, and he
Yeah, all right,
purposely
all right,
did it.
all right,
He
all right.
apologized to everybody else
Except-
except for Chris Rock.
all right,
It
all
was
right.
just to save face.
All right, yeah, I got a question. What would it take for y'all mans to have an open relationship? You can't say no. You would not have an open relationship. What would it take for you?
What would it take?
You can't say that's. Listen, what would it take for?
I would
What
have
it
to
take
know.
for-
Okay, so
No, you don't need to if you don't want to.
other than the fact that I wouldn't do that, it would have to be that, like, to know that I'm number one in the relationship. Just like how she's number one in my relationship. If we're doing the whole thing, I am number one in the relationship.
Nah,
Yeah,
Nobody
number
comes
one.
before me.
You see,
Right?
listen.
1,000%.
As regular people,
Yeah.
we're not, we're regular people, fam. We're not known for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take in, like, when you're a celebrity, you're open to a different level.
A different level of people,
You know what I'm
athletes,
saying?
and everything,
you
bro.
gotta accept, like, bro, when you're in that life, bro, you're gonna literally come across hundreds of thousands of women. No, whether you know what I'm saying, agree with it or not, you know what I'm saying?
Athletes,
They will
models,
be better
singers,
looking
bro.
than your wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's completely understandable why these guys have open relationships.
I think what would get me to be in an open relationship or anything like that, it's just, it has to be just you made your rules. One, respect. Two, you definitely have that communication in there.
Yeah, transparency.
Yeah, it has to be completely transparent because if you have any thought in your mind while you're not gonna say anything to anybody, immediately it's no longer becoming an open relationship. You have just done something. But the thing is, the problem with an open relationship in those senses, like, you gotta figure out what kind of because there's certain open relationships that people have. There's one where they both decide to do something together with another person. There's one where they decide to do something separately. And there's some people who do something separately but don't want to be told. Some people who do something separately but want to be told. And there's people who, and it's so strange, there's even one where people do an open relationship but in a sense like act like they're cheating and want to be caught.
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends on what you guys talk about, what you guys try to do, and how you guys see it. Like, again, but you always have to have that respect and stuff in there. People always lay down ground rules, laws, whatever you're trying to do. And if those things, as soon as you feel like those things aren't being followed, or even if you know you're not, like, let's say, for instance, one of the rules for open relationship is, like, one of the biggest ones that people do, it's kind of weird, whatever, they just say no kissing. Just don't do that. If you kiss and don't tell them that you did that, immediately you just fucked up the open relationship.
Yep.
And even if they say, fine, okay, let's continue, now that open relationship has turned into a situation where you've, as much as you want to say it's kind of weird, you cheated. You just fucked up. And now they want to maybe even bring it back to monogamous, and then from being open to monogamous, you've just went from like a weird 0 to 100 kind of sense. Like now everything, even if what you now thinking that you were cool before talking to girls, talking to men, they see a text on your phone, they're gonna be like, and all of a sudden it's kind of iffy, you know. So I feel like one thing you gotta do is respect, communication. If you know, follow. I guess that goes with respect, following whatever things are laid down, and you just gotta be able to have the emotional maturity, mental to deal with that. Because if you do the ones where like she comes and tells you what happened, are you gonna get upset? Are you gonna get cheesed? Because if you know you're gonna get upset and cheesed, then you should not be in an open relationship, or like it just should not happen.
Yeah, I can't be in an open relationship still. Bro, the thought of like my girl being dominated by another guy, nah, I can't, bro. I
Like
can't.
Call of Duty.
I can't, bro. Like, yo, imagine that, fam. You're hearing the freaking thing go off, yo. You're losing. You're losing B. You're losing B, bro. It's your girl, fam. Like, bro, that's crazy. Bro. That's crazy to me, bro. I can't.
I can definitely say that stuff doesn't bother me at all.
That bothers me, bro, for sure.
But no, definitely, like no one can come before me. Like just like I'll put them first relationship. If any of us feel uncomfortable about it at any point, it's a cutoff point. 100%. We said no kissing. 100%. And then it's also the whole intimacy thing. Like, are you sleeping over their house? Like, are you sleeping with them? Like, obviously you can be fucking them, 1,000%. But are you sleeping in bed with them, cuddling them, like all of that? It's just like.
But
are you big spoon or little spoon?
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that speaking for us?
I'm
straight little spoon.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it all depends. You know, for me to be honest, like, cause like let's say like, my girl's like a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
And she said, open relationship. Bro, I'm saying yes.
Oh yeah,
I'm saying yes.
Sounds like that. I would too.
Brother,
she's a millionaire. I would definitely say
brother.
Definitely.
What? Your girl is a millionaire. What? You gonna break up with her and go fuck with these regular bitches that won't get you
a millionaire? Just because she has money, I was switching the relationship.
You literally have a girl that's literally in the top 1% of women.
Well, that means I'm only sitting here with the money at that point.
To be honest,
Nah.
I was actually not gonna lie.
Then why would you all of a sudden switch just because she has a millionaire?
it's kind of strange though, because there are I won't lie, there are people out there who do the hustle together. You know what I'm saying? They have that open relationship going on, or they let's say there's some men out there that let their girl have a sugar daddy.
That's them.
This is how it would be for me.
Listen,
And it's
listen,
shit.
if a girl's a millionaire, she can have any guy in the world. She
That's
can
good,
have
fam.
You know what I'm saying? But if she's telling you she wants to be with you, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Bro, she wants to be with you.
But in an open relationship,
Yeah.
that's like saying I'm black, but I'm not black.
Bro,
Wait, what?
I know what I just said. Let's lie. I feel like what's the phrase? A boogie.
I'm
Like
telling
A-Boogie.
you, bro, if my girl's a millionaire, I get to work and keep my money. You know what I'm saying? She's buying me gifts. She's paying the car, you know.
So you're chasing for the bag.
Like the
At that point,
Obviously,
at that point, you're chasing the bag.
What do you
fam.
mean?
Like,
I originally got with her because I like her, no?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if she has the bag, why am I gonna leave the bag?
Exactly.
Why am I gonna leave her?
you're staying for the wrong reason,
So
fam.
yo, if we take it back,
Okay, then what if
if
she
she
goes
has
broke?
the
What if
bag
she goes
and she
broke?
gives me access to the bag
we
as
take it
Well, then
well.
what if she goes broke and then she said and she still wants to open a relationship?
if we take it back in the day,
That's
bro,
easy. I'm out of here. What?
If we take it back in the day,
What?
fam, back in the day, back in like the medieval era, back then, or even whatever, there were actually designated mistresses and lovers. Like if let's say for instance, a king and a queen just aren't like that anymore. They would actually designate each other lovers.
Yeah.
To have on the side.
Yeah, another thing too is that a lot of people already are in open relationships.
They just don't know it.
They just don't know it, bro.
But yo,
You know what I'm saying?
also with that, like
So-
a lot of those marriages are also just purely political marriages.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, 1,000%.
Listen, if I'm sleeping in a fucking $10,000 bed, a fucking $1 million home, and my girl's out cheating, I'm gonna sleep like a baby. I'm gonna sleep like a baby. What that got to do with me?
You're not gonna be at
What that
peace,
got to do
fam.
with me?
You're not
fam?
gonna be
feel
at
about
peace,
it.
fam.
What
So,
are
like-
you talking about, fam?
It depends on like when it's established. Like, we'll be in a polyamorous relationship. If I know that she's making all this money and she comes to me like she's like, yo, I want to be in a polyamorous relationship with you, I'll be like, okay,
But that's different.
yeah, that is different. But if it's like, because I'll talk about the fact like if we're just together, I didn't know she wants to be like in a polyamorous relationship, and I didn't know she was rich. If we were just together right there for her, yeah, sure, 100%. If she comes and it's like, yo, I want to be in a relationship, open relationship, right? but I'll still love you. I would have to like assess the whole situation, like how am I being taken. Technically, I'm not being taken care of because I'm not making millions, so I'm being taken care of if she's if she's getting me all this crap, right? And like, how much does she actually love me? How much do I actually love her? Like I can definitely see myself doing that, but I have to assess the whole situation.
She loves you, fam.
Yeah,
bro,
but
if you're in a situation where you listen, it's the same way a rich man will take care of his wife. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if somebody, you know what I'm saying, is telling you save your money, don't spend it, you don't gotta buy this, you don't gotta do this, it's because they love you. You know what I'm saying? But if they also say open relationship, yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's absurd. But then again, it's like they're doing all these things. How are you gonna say they don't love you because of you? You know what I mean?
I think in the situation, if you're like gonna be okay with your girl, I feel like having an open relationship is much kind of easier to deal with than a polyamorous one. Because a polyamorous one means that she's gonna make it's like an open relationship is more sexual. So for instance, if she says she loves you and only you, that could actually be it.
Yeah.
But she just sexually wants to explore whatever she wants to do. Mm-hmm. Polyamorous one means like, yo, she loves you, but she can love somebody else at the same time. 100%. And if you are not comfortable, like you can say you're comfortable with that, but at that time of them loving somebody else, at some point in time you're gonna meet that other person. Because she wants to make sure you guys are all okay at that point. Yeah. And if you can say, yeah, you're fine with it at first, but
and
until you meet that person, as soon as and then you guys,
and then you're third wheel.
Sometimes straight, bro. I can tell you right now, bro.
Imagine being in the original relationship and you're third wheeling it.
That sucks.
Those situations are so strange and so weird, bro. Because you can be sitting right there with your girl. And if they bring another person that they are interested in, and what sucks is your brain.
War.
Your brain, because like how you, it all depends on how you're gonna see this person. Are you gonna see them now as just not even a competition? Like even if you're cool with it, you gotta figure out like, okay, do I see them as just like a friend? Am I gonna put them like in like a like how I see Odia like in a brotherly sense like that, or like. Because how some people are, like, you gotta figure out what you guys are. You gonna also be in a relationship with that person? Or are you just gonna let her be in a relationship with that person?
I'm glad you brought that up, because like, when I was saying that, I was actually only thinking about polyamorous. So like I said, if it was polyamorous relationship, I have to assess everything. If it was casual, 1,000%, it'd be much easier on me because, I can do my own thing as well. Like polyamorous, it's a bit more iffy.
I feel like open relationships are a little bit easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Polyamorous ones, you gotta think a lot harder on that shit.
Because it's emotional.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's emotional. You're gonna be falling in love with this person, and then at some point she's gonna fall in love, and even you can fall in love with somebody else. And then what sucks is if you fall in love with that another person, and she falls in love with that person, and y'all meet. Like if I met, like say me and you met your girl, me and you, or for some situation we're in a polyamorous one, and me and you don't click. Now she's in the middle. She got to figure out what the fuck she wants to do, or like even if you try to make it more, like bro, if certain people don't click, that's it. Yo, there's a YouTuber. It was him, 2 wives, bro. He had 2 wives, and the other one was just like at some point, they were all married. Or their 2 were married, and the other person was just like a girlfriend at the time. Bro, the husband and the wife, the girlfriend and the husband didn't get along at some point. There was a divorce. She chose the girlfriend, bro. That was it. And then, instead of adding another man, she's just like, you know what? And there was like, I think she added 3 more rows to the situation, bro. I was like, man. But the guy lost everything, he lost, like,
that really sucks.
In those situations,
I would think like, yo, you love women. You didn't love me. Like, why were you with me, bro? You've added
that's what you
love women, bro.
That's what you think with a polyamorous one. That's what you think. You gotta think like, fuck.
That really sucks. Holy,
So it's a lot to think about. But open relationships, I feel like definitely are a lot easier to deal with in that situation that we're talking about currently with the girl.
I also feel like they're also like the concept of it is easier to understand or be okay with if you've gotten your heart broken like many times, because it's like if you've gotten your heart broken like 5 times, like bro, how could you not think people are meant to be with multiple people? You've already been with multiple people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, like
And like, it's not even just 5, bro. Like a lot of people.
But I feel like no matter if your heart is broken, you just gotta be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be. I can get my heart broken many times and think, okay, yeah, I can think that, but I can try it. And if you get jealous or anything like that, it's still regardless that you shouldn't be in it.
You can't get your heart broken in an open relationship.
Yes, you could.
The house Will Smith is still with Jada.
Bro, you think he's not heartbroken, fam? You think he's not hurt,
bro? Cause that's what I mean.
Bro,
He slapped the man on live TV.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
He slapped the man on live TV. Not just on any regular
And did you see
show.
what she said after?
Not on a game show. Not on a reality show.
Didn't she apologize?
Bro,
to
the
him for-
Oscars, brother.
She
said, brother,
she said
search
she
the
didn't need
video.
that.
She didn't want that. She didn't want that, and she
Bro.
didn't want to marry Will.
Search
Yeah.
the video up on YouTube.
But
the video
nah,
has more
you
than
know,
10 million views.
honestly, bro, to me, what it seems like is like, well, he's just trying to prove himself to her, bro. And
Yeah,
she's
everyone
unimpressed.
He loves that girl, bro.
That's
He
but
loves
that's
that
what it
girl,
seems to me, bro.
fam.
That's what it seems like to me.
That girl.
I didn't see all the videos, but
Nah, like yo, I swear to God, like bro, if she ever left him, like straight up, the man would have like a rude awakening, bro. It's actually wild. Cause like yo, I seen the post that Shamar's talking about too. She actually did say she never wanted to get married, bro.
Bro, who's he gonna leave her for, fam?
He never leaves, bro.
That's a
That
good
man,
question.
He's not going to
in
leave
his
her.
head.
He's not gonna leave. She might leave him, but he's not gonna leave.
She's not leaving.
Either, fam.
She's not leaving, bro.
Bro,
She's not leaving. You
what's
know how much
the-
money she's made off of his name alone?
That's facts. Smith.
And even with just celebrity status, just society, how everyone's viewing them, yo, they're stock. They're stock.
But that's
They feel
the
stuck in
reason
these.
she actually could leave him. She's probably made enough money off of the nigga.
But
you know
no,
what I'm
but
saying?
regardless, like, though, if she leaves, I assume media can hit her as a negative.
No, she's already negative, bro.
But I'm saying regardless, they can hit her even more. Or some people are gonna see it. Like, it's just weird. Like when you're at that state, especially with everything that they've exposed already, I feel like at that point you're just gonna feel like shit.
that's true. But she has her own following though. Like every celebrity has her own
bro.
following. A lot of people support her.
You know all the Zoot people always have their own following.
That's what you think.
She's Zoot, fam.
I'm not gonna lie, that's what I think. I don't
Go,
follow her.
what is it called again? Like Red Table
Yeah,
Talk?
Red Table Talk.
Red Table
yeah.
Talk.
My nigga, bro, if you go listen to that, she's Zoot, fam.
She is Zoot.
You know what I'm saying? She's
100% she's
Zoot. She's Zoot.
100% she is, bro.
She tries to justify her doing her thing with August in front of her.
So-
Will.
Bro, that was
Like it wasn't nothing.
brother. That was how
Bad
long
nerd
ago?
for life.
How long ago was that?
That's
Like that was
messed
a couple months ago, whatever, right?
The Red Table Talk for that.
Yeah.
that was
That
like
was
last
like-
year.
yeah,
That was
that
last
was
year.
year.
Yeah, but still.
But did you
And
even
but we can never forget something like that.
No,
That's so crazy,
no,
bro.
But did you even see that there's a video out there? I don't know if you guys saw it here and there, bro. I feel like we're just talking now. You guys see that video of that girl? I forgot. I don't know if she was Filipino, Spanish, whatever that. So we're not gonna put her ethnicity in there. But the girl hired another shorty.
Yeah.
To like pretend to be a client for her guy.
To see,
And the
yeah.
girl lied, bro.
Wait, I'm sorry.
So
the
she
girl-
hired
what
another.
was the guy?
Basically,
What was
he? He was a
she's
personal trainer.
So basically, she hired a girl to see if her
Oh,
guy
and she said that he cheated when he
and
didn't.
he did it. Remember you saw that video, bro?
But he didn't,
Right.
right?
And
Yeah,
she
he did.
called
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
She
yeah,
called
yeah,
him.
She called the
yeah,
shorty.
yeah.
Bro, when I seen that, I was disgusted.
She set herself up though.
You know, but even that was like.
She did. She really
But did
did.
you even see the? Or there was even a video, bro. There was even like a. There was one where like a girl thought her guy was cheating. There was another one of those kind of things, and he said he wasn't cheating. He wasn't on at all. But since she thought, she went and did something else, and she's like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I forgot what she said. She was trying to
I've seen
clarify what she did was okay. You know, even though she found out like he didn't, she's like, well, I thought, and since my emotions thought that I was okay to do that, yo. And then she's like, so what? She's like, and then she asked for him back, and he's like, no. And even the fact that she said no, yo, she went off. She's like, what do you mean no? Or even there was like, yo, when I tell you, some of these things are just crazy, bro. Especially if you're like up there. So the things that women will do, or something, how can you say, things that your partner or anybody can do, just because you are up there, it just sucks, bro. There was even like a streamer whose girl just did the most on stream, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, yo, back to the topic.
Yeah.
We're out of time.
We're out of time.
Yeah, so
11:40.
that was a good topic, man. There was a lot of talking. I think this episode was really good. Yo, if you guys stuck around for the whole podcast, thank you. We appreciate you guys a lot.
Appreciate it all.
We hope you guys like the new setup. I like the new setup. I'm not gonna lie, I think the setup's fire still.
Yeah, I enjoy this more. I can see your faces easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to talk to you guys.
And we got more content coming soon. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube at Brothers4L Podcast. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And is there anything else you guys want to say before we head out?
Drop a comment.
Drop a comment.
Peace.
This guy is ugly. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Why you?
That's where it's ops.